Hey everyone, this is Robert Mack with Irvine Real Estate Link, your link to the information that you need to make the right decisions. So today I want to talk to you about what your home will sell for. I get this question so many times from the sellers that I work with, the prospective sellers that I work with, interested people that are just curious about what their home is worth. They want to know what their home is going to sell for. And the reality is, whether you're an agent or an appraiser, we can only give you an idea of what your home will sell for. Typically a range. What are homes selling for in your community on the low end versus the high end? How many upgrades do you have? And we can give you a range, but we can't really pinpoint the exact number because we can't predict the future. So I want to talk to you guys about 3 different ways that you can basically predict what your home will sell for while going through the process of selling your home. So number 1 is what we just spoke about, the recent comparable sales in your area. Whether you're working with the MAC team or you have your own realtor or you're doing research on your own, you want to determine what homes are selling for in your community, on the low end, on the high end. What types of sales are there? Are there short sales? Are there bank-owned properties? Are there a lot of standard sales? All those types of sales have a different level of demand in terms of the buyer's perspective. So some homes may be selling for more, not because they're more upgraded, but because they're a more desirable type of sale. So for example, a standard sale or a bank-owned property may sell for more than a short sale because there's more certainty involved in the process. So step number 1 in determining what your home will sell for, check the recent comparables. Determine what's selling on the low end versus the high end, the types of sales, the market trends, etc. Number 2, which is something that's very difficult to predict, is demand versus the inventory. What is the demand for the buyers in your community at the time you decide to sell? Maybe you decide to sell in January and there's not a lot of buyers out there looking, but if you decide to sell in April, maybe there's a lot of buyers looking. What if you decide to sell in November and many people are off on vacation for the holidays? So the same exact home may sell for a different price depending on the different time of year that you decide to sell. So you want to make sure you do some research and determine when are buyers actively looking and how much our home is going to be selling for when they are actively looking. So number 1, determine a range of what your property will sell for based on the recent comps. And number 2, do some research and determine what time of the year is best for you to sell your property. Obviously, if you have the luxury to do that. Many homeowners that want to sell their property are moving for a reason, whether they're running out of room or they have to relocate. There's so many different reasons involved, but if you have the luxury, maybe you want to sit down and determine when's the best time to list our property. And number 3, most important, is how you price your home initially when you decide to sell your house. A lot of sellers, they're making the mistake of pricing their home too high with the idea or the mentality that they're going to leave some room to negotiate. And a lot of buyers, most buyers are very savvy. They know what the property is worth. So don't be afraid to list it a little more aggressively. As you can see, many of the banks are listing between 5 to 10% below market value, and they end up selling for 5 to 10% above value. So you want to price your home strategically. The reason why is if you price your home too high and leave some room to negotiate, you may get 1, 2, or 3 buyers to walk through. But if you price your home aggressively, maybe at or even below market, you're going to get many home buyers to go through. What that creates is a lot of demand. The more people that walk through your property, the more of a chance you're going to sell it for more money. Secondly, it gives you more options. Do you want to have 1 or 2 offers to work with, or do you want to have maybe 7 or 8? That way you can choose the best buyer, whether they're cash, conventional, FHA. You want to have options. So that's my message for you today. To really understand and know what your home will sell for, you got to do the research and understand what you're dealing with, but you also want to make sure that you strategically place your home on the market and place it strategically with a nice list price to make sure you get the most exposure. So that's my message for you today. If you're a home seller, I hope you found value in this video. If you know other people that are considering selling, please feel free to share this video with them. Don't forget to check out my website at irvinerealestatелink.com and also become a fan of my Facebook page at facebook.com/Irvine Real Estate Link. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.